today's raccoon tutorial, you're going to need a pencil, an eraser, a black pen, and your choice of colouring pencils. We're going to start off our raccoon with a circle here towards the left-hand side of the page. It's not very big, just a little circle. And if you're interested to find out how to draw a circle freehand, check out the description. I've put a link in the description below. Or you can just draw around something like a coin or the bottom of a glass or something like that. There we go. Now, next we're going to be drawing an oval shape here to the right-hand side of that circle. It's going to be a lot bigger, roughly just a little bit more than 2 times the size of this circle. So that's a very rough kind of measurement. One of my viewers has asked me to put in measurements. I don't typically measure my drawings, but I'm going to measure them just, because it was requested. So I'm going to do that now, just after I finish this oval shape. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are just preparatory shapes that we just use to kind of help us to draw the actual drawing afterwards. So remember not to press too hard. And if I go too quickly, just hit pause and rewind. There we go. I'm now going to measure. So this one, diameter is 3.3 centimeters. And this one is 9 centimeters. Now, next we're going to be drawing the ear, just here, just a little ear, and it touches this oval shape like this. Just like that, so you can guess this is going to be the head. Now the other little ear, up like that, just like that. Now next we're going to be drawing a line coming down from this circle to this oval shape. So I'm just going to draw a dot where I want it to hit, and then a dot where it's going to go from that one, and then just draw a straight line. Just like that. It doesn't have to be particularly accurate. I don't use a ruler or anything. Now for the legs. So just going to draw like the rough shapes, just like that. And then the other one, just a rough shape like this, going upwards. Now for the tail, which is just a line going across here, and then comes back round like this. Now for the muzzle area, so we're going to draw a little circle here, just a small one. Just like this. It's going to be the nose, and then a line coming up, and then another line coming down here. And then now we can draw the front leg. So I'm just going to draw a line across here just to kind of show where the ground is so that all the feet are kind of level. Okay, so from here I'm going to be drawing like a triangle. You'll see what I mean. So can you see it looks a little bit like a triangle? Not much, but you get the idea. And then a line going across. Now for the other front leg, just going across the line, parallel to this one, and then it turns left. And now all that's left are the eyes. So a little eye here and a little eye there. Just really, really rough. So now I'll be switching to pen, but please carry on in pencil. This is just so you can see it better on camera. I'm going to be starting off with the little nose. So just going to be drawing the little nose like this. There we go. Comes round like this, and then a bit underneath. There we go. I'm just going to kind of colour it in a little bit. Just like that, just leaving the top bit with a bit of a shine. There we go. Now we're going to carry on, and it's going to go upwards like this, and then a line on the other side there. That's going to be one of the markings there. So I'm then going to draw the mouth. So coming out from the bottom here, there's a little mouth, and then the underside of the mouth comes round, and then we're just going to draw some lines like this. Next we're going to be drawing the eye. So one eye there and the other one here. Just a shape like that, and then a circle underneath, and then a smaller circle. Leave that little bit white. I'm going to leave a little bit white there as well, just to show the reflection of the light. And then the same in the other one. There we go. There we are. Now I'm going to do the face. So just following this circle that we did before, I'm just going to draw a series of dashes because this kind of shows that it's very furry. All the way up here till I get to the top of the head. Now for the ear. So I'm just going to make this look a little bit more realistic. Coming round. So there are 6 raccoon species native to North, Central and South America. And the name comes from their dexterous paws. So in English, raccoon comes from the Powhatan word RACCOON, meaning animal that scratches with its hands. And in Spanish, the word is mapache. As you probably know, I speak Spanish, and that actually comes from the Aztec mapachitle, one that takes everything in its hands is what it means. So that's the etymology of that. There we go. Right, so we're coming down. We're going to make the head come out a bit more like this. Okay, now we're going to add those amazing black markings around the eyes. I'm just going to draw the outline and then afterwards we're going to go over in colouring pencils just to make it a bit more clear. So just on this eye, I'm going to come round like so. I'm going to do like a diamond shape here. And then like this, I'm going to come round like that. Come back round. Looks like it's wearing a little mask. And these black markings around the eyes, they're to help them see more clearly by absorbing light and then reducing glare when it's very sunny. There we go. And I'm just going to just draw some little dots coming around there just to show where the markings are going to go when we come to colour it in. Just like that. Now for the rest of the body. So we're just going to carry on with these long strokes to show that it's very furry. All the way around, go all the way around, following this oval shape that we did before. This bit's really easy, so just coming round down here. If you've got this far, you have done so well. Remember that the hardest part's actually showing up, so you've done that bit, so stick it out to the end. You're going to have a beautiful drawing. You can show it off to your friends. There we go. Just going to draw the little paws now. There we go, and I'm going to add some little claws to the end. There we go. Just going to make this a bit more furry around the edges. Like that. Now for the tail. So make it nice and furry. There we go. Okay, now we're going to be drawing this other. Well, it's actually the front legs. I got confused when we did the preparatory lines. So these two are the 2 front legs. So let's go. And this one just comes round like this. So we're going upwards, all the way up like that. So a raccoon was actually kept as a pet in the White House once. So President Calvin Coolidge was given a raccoon to eat for his Thanksgiving dinner, but he took a shine to this certain raccoon. And instead, he kept it as a pet called Rebecca. And yeah, she lived in the White House. He had quite a penchant for different kinds of weird animal pets. He had a bobcat, a goose, a donkey, an antelope, and a wallaby, I believe. So yeah, he liked his, strange animals to keep as pets. Anyway, so I'm just following up towards the neck area, just like that. We're going to add some claws here. Now for the other front leg, so we're going to be carrying on just following this triangle shape that we did before and then adding on the little paw at the bottom. Make these digits a little bit longer because it's kind of a side view. These were facing towards us. This one was kind of lifted up in the air a little bit. So coming up and then just following this line coming upwards, just using these dashes to show that it's super furry. I'm going add on some more claws like that. And then we're going to be doing the other hind leg, which is tucked in behind this one. There we go. And now we're just going to add some little finishing touches, which are some dots on the muzzle area, and then we're going to add some whiskers, just like that, and then just add a little bit of ground underneath. There we go. And now if you haven't gone over it in pen yet, go over it in pen and then erase all the pencil lines. Okay, so I'm going to be using just these 4 colouring pencils, like a yellow ochre, a black, a grey and a brown. So I'm going to cover the whole area in this yellow ochre just super lightly, just to give it kind of a base colour. There we go. So I've just done that really, really lightly. Okay, next we're going to be going for a grey. So this one I'm going to use in the majority of parts. So just watch what I'm doing and then just copy it. This one I'm actually pressing a little bit harder. Beginning to take shape a little bit more, isn't it? When I use colouring pencils, I like to just kind of show what I try and draw in the direction of the fur. So like this, I'm just kind of doing it in the direction of fur. So here the fur is going in this direction. And then for example here, I'm going to be drawing it in this direction. Can you see that? Just helps to kind of make the fur look a little bit more realistic. Remember, if you make any mistakes, just erase them using your eraser. It's the beauty of doing it in colouring pencils. Now I'm going to be using the black, particularly for these black markings and for the nose. So just going a lot heavier on the nose and for these black markings around the eyes. Whenever I use colouring pencils, I just build up layers, layer upon layer. That way you can't go wrong. If you start off too heavy with colouring pencils and you make a mistake, then it's super difficult to get rid of. But if you start off just lightly, just build up layer, then, you know, if you make a slight mistake, you can always go back and erase it. You can always keep on adding different colours to it. There we go, it's kind of taking a bit more shape now, can you see? I'm not pressing quite so heavily up here. Not as heavily as here. Here it's quite dark behind the neck, that's because it's in shadow. And also here, just under this front leg, this is quite dark as well. So tell me in the comments part, do you often see, I was going to say in Spanish, mapaches, do you often see raccoons in your garden, or do you see many of them? Here we don't in the UK. Obviously they were transported to Europe, but I don't believe we have them in the UK. If somebody can correct me, that would be great. I haven't looked that one up. I've never seen one. We tend to get foxes where we are. Okay, so this is even darker down here. So I'm pressing quite hard on this one. Just go back and make this a little bit darker here as well. Just around here it's quite dark. Again, I'm following the direction of the fur. Now I'm swapping to a little bit of brown, just under here a little bit. Just in some of the darker areas. And obviously on the ground here. Do the shadows. And then I'm going to go over the darker areas again in black. There we have our finished raccoon drawing. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then hit subscribe and like and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.